This is Derek. He's a sophomore at Bow High School. This is Heidi. She's a senior at Bow High School. It's intersession time at BHS, so both students need to make some decisions about what they want to do for intersession.
I'm a senior. I don't have to do intersession this year.
Actually, seniors do need to participate in intersession.
What? Like since when?
Like, since forever. It's a vicious rumor all students participate in intersession.
Just skip it. It's not like it matters.
Actually, it goes on your transcript.
Whatever.
Derek had a great time last year hiking in the White Mountains. Now Derek is busy researching his options for this year. Earlier in the day, there was a community meeting where teachers showed their activities. Derek is now online looking at descriptions and agendas.
Oh man, there's so many awesome activities this year. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's the one. That's with Mr. Dixon. He's the best.
Derek has decided which intercession activity he will pursue for this year. Let's hope he takes a minute to figure out which other options he might like as well.
I probably should find some other options just in case I don't get the first one.
It is important to have several other options because not everyone can get their first choice. It's why the form asks for 7 choices. It is important to carefully review the options and costs and to have all 7 choices listed out. Make sure to review the choices with your parents, as parents are a crucial part of the intercession decision-making process.
Ah, my advisory teacher, Dr. Gage. Intersection forms all signed out, ready to go, and I talked to my parents.
Thanks, Derek. Right on time and signed by your parents.
Thanks a lot.
It appears as though Derek has successfully turned in his intercession form on time. Nicely done, Derek. Heidi, on the other hand, seems to be preoccupied. Heidi, did you complete your intercession request form?
Oh, wait. I'll do it right now.
But you will need to get your parents to sign it.
But I'm over 18.
Yes, but it's a form of communication. It allows the school staff to know that parents have been involved in the decision-making process.
Whatever.
Derek's intercession form is turned in to Miss Bean, the keeper of intercession selection forms. Miss Bean places Derek's form in the sophomore binder. Within each grade, student pages are organized alphabetically by advisor and then alphabetized by student. When the committee is ready to start putting students in activities, the committee works with seniority.
Seniority. Noun. From the mid-15th century medieval Latin, senioritis. Meanings. 1. Higher in rank or age. 2. Precedence or status obtained as a result of a person's length of service.
The committee starts with seniors. They've waited to be the first in line, and everyone gets to be a senior eventually. Your turn at the front will arrive soon enough. The committee will randomly select advisors by pulling an advisor's name from a hat. This ensures that the same advisories won't go first or last every year. Then a student is selected randomly from that advisory group.
Random. Adjective, preceding, made, or occurring without definite aim, reason, or pattern. Chosen without regard to any characteristics of the individual members of the population so that each has an equal chance of being selected.
The randomization allows for no specific person or group to get first choice every year. Any student of that age bracket has an equal opportunity for selection. Once a student's form is selected, the committee looks to the student's first choice. If there's an open slot, the student is placed in that activity. If not, the student's name goes on a waiting list just in case. Should the student not receive the first choice, the committee will look at the second choice, and so on, until the student is placed in an activity. This process is continued until all students are assigned to an activity. As you can see, this is a rigorous and time-consuming process.
I got my intercession sheet to turn in.
Wasn't that due like last week?
Whatever. Hold on, I got a text.
Get out of the way here.
Then you
But I'm 18. Sugar.
The end. A common expression used to denote the conclusion of, most typically, a book or film.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to this year's Intersession community meeting. We'll be having all sorts of faculty coming down, tell you about all their activities. That's a quick little video. Thank you to everybody who was in that about how the process works. The date you need to remember is the 19th. Okay, that's when all of your packets are due in to Miss Bean. Okay, if you don't get it in on that day, your name goes to the bottom of the pile. Please make sure you talk with your parents because there's some finances that need to occur, and they, however you work that with your parents, that's fine. There's information, more information on this, as well as information on alternate intercession programs. You can find this packet online. You could just Google Bow High School Intersession and you'll find it. You can also go to the school website and just kind of follow the links to the Intersession webpage as well. Okay, so all that information is out there right now. And so remember, you have the packets are due on the 14th. So we're going to start with the day trips and adventures in New England sports.
Morning, guys. All the other girls ditched me. I knew they would. Is that surprising? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Do you want to come down? No, see? So this is a trip with Chris Robb, Kelsey Mumford, Miss Barney, and myself, and we are going around New England to see a few different things. On the first day, we're going down to Foxborough. We're going to tour Patriots Hall, and we're going to also go to an escape room, 5 Wits down there, and we'll do lunch at Patriots Place. The day 2, we're going to go to the Boston Garden, and there's at top of the garden on the 9th floor, there's a New England Sports Museum. We're going to go through there, and then we're going to do lunch at Durgan Park, which is one of the oldest restaurants in Boston. And day 3, we're going to go to Fenway Park. We're going to do the tour of the Green Monster, the press boxes, right field roof seats, all that fun stuff. We're going to go in the afternoon to Rock Spot, which is a climbing spot down in Boston, and then we're going to have like a piece of lunch at Rock Spot. And for that includes, we're going to be taking Premier coaches, not school buses, all 3 days, admissions to everything, including your lunches, everything's covered. Depending on how many students we get, it's going to be about $200 to $225. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, adventures with art, yoga, and soaring heights with Ms. Joseph and Ms. Jackson.
Morning. I'm Cheryl Joseph, and this is Jessie Jackson. And we're going to go, the first day we're going to do some arts at the school, and then we're going to head off to a yoga studio, yoga, meditation, relaxing, and then we're going to have lunch at a local cafe. Day 2, we're going to well, maybe I should change that. Oh, there we go. There's Zentangle, yoga, meditation. There's some examples of the Zentangle. Nothing is, there's no mistakes. You do whatever drawing you want to do. It's kind of relaxing. It's a lot of fun. And then we're going to the Muse Paint Bar in Manchester. There's some examples. It's kind of hard to look at, but we're going to all learn the techniques on how to paint a picture, and we're going to choose what picture we paint. And then on day 3, we're going to Candia Springs Adventure. We'll be zip lining, we'll be climbing the trees and the ropes and rappelling down. And these are some pictures from last year. Some of the students might recognize themselves in them. So we're going to zip line at the end. And includes everything. It's 100 to 110. Includes all activities and lunch at the cafe. So come join us.
All about cooking with Ms. Udaka Miserio. Hey.
Good morning. Hello. Shh. Our intercession is all about cooking. We're going to be going cooking 3 days, for all 3 days in Derry, New Hampshire at Culinary Playground. We'll be doing appetizers, a meal, and a dessert. And then we'll be doing crafts in the afternoon. Do you have anything else to add?
And watching a couple of movies. The crafts are going to be centered around cooking, so we're thinking we might paint some aprons or decorate pie plates that we can then bake. So you will have 3 different things to take home at the end of the Intersession, and we will also be eating lunch at the cooking school each day. So
Each day.
join us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you.
All right, I guess I haven't had enough breakfast. That made me hungry. All right, Beantown Express.
We'll just talk about it. Good morning. Beantown Express, you can take a look on the slide as far as what we're doing. $125, we'll mix up the 3 day trips into Boston, and we'd love to have you join us. Thank you.
Always a classic trip. Next up, I think we have VHS Moneyball with Mr. Dodge. There he is right there.
Sorry about the slide. BHS Moneyball Intersession, 3 days of baseball-related activities. On day 1, we're going to have a fantasy baseball player draft. We're also going to view the movie Moneyball, which is the inspiration for this activity. Day 2, we're going to create game pieces that will be used to simulate an actual baseball game. And then we'll view 4 days in October. Then day 3, we're going to learn how to score a baseball game. And then we're going to simulate the baseball games to see who takes home the BHS Moneyball World Series Championship. And the best thing about this Intersession is that it's free and you get to spend 3 days with me, so, that's not bad.
Blacksmithing with Dr. Namey.
So this year I'll be leading a blacksmithing intersession again. And last year the 8 students had a phenomenal time up at Sanborn Mills Farm working with Gary Kalajian, who is a member of the New Hampshire League of Craftsmen and just a phenomenal resource. The goals behind the activity and what you'll be doing is going over safety in the forge, maintaining the fire, proper heating of the iron, and then handling of the iron, using hammers and other tools to twist and shape into a number of creative shapes that you might come up with. There we go. As I said, we're going to Sanborn Mills Farm, a wonderful sort of colonial revival place in Loudon, New Hampshire. They have water-driven sawmill, basket making, a number of other crafts and arts from colonial times, of which blacksmithing is just one of them. Mr. Kalajian will be our instructor, did a phenomenal job with us last year. We're going to be focused on utensils this year as we were last year. I've done both the utensils and the blacksmithing basics workshops up there. In the blacksmithing basics workshop, I made a hook that I showed you folks last year, and that's me at the forge. There's what I started with, drawing it out to make it square, drawing the one end out farther, and then creating the hook on that end, creating a loop on the other end, and then the final product with a twist in the middle. That was about a day's worth of work. Here's pictures from last year. with the folks who were involved. A lot of working in teams, which worked out really well. And with the moving of the metal, you have the one person who's guiding the process and then another person who's helping. So taking a break, doing a little more moving of metal, tending the fire. Question for you folks is, if you do come and join us, what type of creation would you like to create with the Intersession? Thank you.
Cast in canvas, Ms. Dustin, Ms. Bragg, and Ms. Ford.
Hey everybody, I'm Mrs. Dustin. Mrs. Bragg and Mrs. Ford and I are leading an arts-based Intersession this year. I'm a big theater buff, and Mrs. Bragg and Mrs. Ford are both theater and art buffs. I'm also an art buff too, but we're gonna spend 3 days exploring the arts. We're gonna be going to the Palace Theater for a backstage tour and see some, or get to do some hands-on activities to see what goes on behind the curtain. And then we get to see the run of, or the first show that they'll be doing of Chorus Line. And so we'll be staying there in the evening one day. The first day we're going to be hosting someone from the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, Melinda Labarge. She's going to teach us how to make one of these felted scarves. It will take at least a day. It's a pretty long process, but they're pretty amazing. She's juried with the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. And then that second day, like I said, we're going to be going to the Palace Theater. Before that, we'll hit the Muse Paint Bar and do a little painting, and then we'll get some lunch out before we head to a Chorus Line. We won't get back that day until later in the evening. And then the third day, we'll probably start doing a little jewelry making, some earrings, things like that, something simple. And then we'll be going to the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen Gallery and getting a tour there, and then doing a Amazing Race type scavenger hunt to end our day. So we hope you can join us.
Hi, everyone. So our Intersession is Challenge Your Palate, and we are going to learn about different world cultures and then go out and try some different cuisine from those cultures. So day one, we're thinking about learning some origami. We'll teach you how to use chopsticks, and then we will head out and try a Japanese meal.
Good morning. On day 2, we will be headed for our trek up to the Base Camp Cafe in Hanover, and an afternoon of variety of arts and maybe a movie.
Okay, so finally, what many of you may not know is that Heather Rosenbluth, prior to coming to Bo, used to be a yogi teacher. And so every night she does the sacred Om. Okay, so for those who meditate, you know it's the Om. And so I want to do this morning is try it. Okay? So hang on. Shh. Hang on. On the count of 3, so that means after 3, I want you to all just hum Om. Just real quietly, don't scream it. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
All right. Next up, Coastal Cleanup and the Boys and Girls Club with Ms. Smith.
Good morning. For Intersession this year, once again, I'm running Coastal Cleanup. Wednesday we go over to Hampton Beach, and for the Blue Ocean Society, we spend a day picking up garbage, and they weigh it and they enter it into their computer database. And then Thursday, we'll be going to the Concord Boys and Girls Club, where we do inside and outside spring cleanup. And then Friday is the Allenstown Boys and Girls Club. You get community service hours, and it's free, and you're giving back.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Yesterday I took the boys and the dog to the ocean. I was horrified as to how much trash was there, so thank you. Duct Tape Dojo.
I am Mrs. Cafaso. This is Mr. Carroll. This year we're going to be staying local. We're going to stay right at the high school, and we're going to do some fun things with duct tape. It is up to you what you want to do. In the past, we've had students do all kinds of custom designs, including even a canoe, and I'm trying to remember what else they did. All kinds of little critters and sculptures and stuff. You might notice my lovely duct tape creation I'm wearing. This is your chance to learn the techniques to make your duct tape prom outfit, okay? So if you're interested, come join us. We're going to tailor it to the projects you guys want to do, and we'll learn some techniques and have some fun with duct tape.
So we'll be doing, once again, we did this 2 years ago. It was very successful, escape room adventures, and we'll be doing actually 6 rooms this year, 2 a day. It's a lot of fun. We go to different areas. There are escape rooms on so many different themes these days that there's sure to be one that really, really excites you. Let me show the video.
No, we're trapped!
They're watching us.
Let us out!
There's someone in here.
Oh! Oh my God! Go, he's changed his shorts! There's gotta be a clue somewhere.
I found something. I found a clue.
What you got? What you got?
He's breaking loose.
Go, get out of the door! The clock's ticking.
It's a puzzle. We have to solve the whole thing. He's almost free. Look out! Oh my God! So, unfortunately, there are no zombies in any of the ones I've done before. I've done 11 rooms, and they're all very exciting. I've only gotten out about half of them. So it is not the easiest thing to do. It's a lot of fun. The hour goes by very quickly. It is 200 to about 250, depending on if we decide to do lunches on our way out. And we'll also be doing some escape room apps and board games before and after we go to the escape rooms, and possibly a movie. There's a movie out from 2017. There's actually a new one coming out in January 2019. I don't know if that will be available yet for April, but hopefully, and we can watch those. So come get locked in a room.
All right. All right, so doing fun time fishing. This is the 3rd year we're gonna run this. Day 1 is the Let's Go Fishing basic course from New Hampshire Fish and Game. Volunteers come in and they teach you what to wear, hook safety, do a little backyard bassing, those little plastic bass that are fun to throw out and try to catch. And then we'll go fishing down here behind the school, Terry Pond. No license required because it's through New Hampshire Fish and Game. That's day 1. Day 2, we're gonna go somewhere else to fish, local pond or something like that. We'll have lunch at a restaurant, maybe go to Bass Pro Shops, and then we're gonna start building our own custom fishing rods. And day 3, we're gonna finish building the fishing rods. Also make spinner baits, soft plastic baits. Basically, day 3 is here at the school creating stuff. It's $150, and the $150 is only material costs, using a school bus to travel, and the volunteers are from the volunteers. So the only cost goes into things that you get to take with you, your own fishing rod, your own baits. And so hopefully by the end of this Intersession, you'll know how to fish, have the gear to go fishing, and have a fun time doing it. All right?
Hi guys, myself, Kate Kulak, Miss. Whoa, hi. What? I don't like public speaking. We're just gonna call that out. So we're doing college tours. We're gonna do 3 days. We're gonna go down to Connecticut for 1 day. There's 2 colleges in Fairfield, Connecticut, Fairfield University and Sacred Heart. They're pretty close to each other. There's a cool little main street with shops and restaurants and stuff we'll get lunch at. Day 2, we're gonna go to Boston, and we're gonna go to the Back Bay area, which is where the colleges of the Fenway are. There's 6 colleges. We're gonna split up into smaller groups, and you'll do 2 tours of some of the colleges of the Fenway. And then day 3, we're gonna go to Maine and see a seacoast school and get lunch on the coast of Maine and then come back. You will get career exploration hours. The cost is kind of up in the air depending on how many people come. We are taking coach buses to these things. So come with us, have fun. Thanks.
All right, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Chick. I'm the teacher up in the Bridges program. Myself and my assistant, Rachel Cook, will be doing the Jobs and Sports Intersession again this year, so it's a good opportunity to learn about a lot of different career paths in sports, if that's something that you're interested in. We go and we visit different places and learn from different people who work in the fields. And also, it is free, so if you're interested in sports, sign on up.
I guess this one's mine, so it's my turn to stand up here. How about I press play?
Tucked in a maple forest on the banks of the Great River, high in the rolling mountains of New Hampshire, sits a school. It's a school of magic and wizardry, a castle divided into 3 houses. House Lynx, House Rockface, House Merrimack. Here, students learn the great art of wizardry from the best professors of magic.
Our students follow a rigorous curriculum, including potions.
I finished my potion, Professor. Are you sure? Good. Then drink it. What? If you did it right, you'll be fine. Uh-oh. Oh, you forgot to dice the mandrake root. It'll wear off in a couple of weeks. Oh, potions. It's not for everyone, but the few, the gifted, for them, it's wonderful.
Students say divination is always a positive experience.
I see here in the tea leaves that there is something awesome in the future for you.
Charms is always a popular set of courses.
Watch this. Tarantella.
History of Wizardry, taught by one of our resident ghosts.
Read chapters 23 to 34, and then write 2 scrolls on the impact of the Ogre Revolts of 1823.
Snoozy, snoozy. Newsy thinks he's so smart. Professor Reynard's such a farce. Makes all the kiddies snore, because he's such a boring
And we have a poltergeist, who's mostly harmless. We have an excellent care of magical creatures teacher.
This is my Thestral. Isn't he pretty?
Great Muggle studies teacher.
The Muggles use this for, I think it's an Etch-a-Sketch. It's an Etch-a-Sketch. Muggles use this to communicate to each other, like, hi, hello, I don't know what this is. It does something, it's called a light bulb. I don't know. Muggles, we have fire. I don't know what this does.
Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty in herbology.
Well, we've got some weeding to do here. Watch out for that devil snare.
We have a school resource or...
You know, it's not easy policing the wizarding world. Acciodona.
And excellence defense against the dark arts teacher.
Constant vigilance.
And of course, we have a Quidditch instructor.
All right, grab your brooms and let's go.
Yeah!
Broom, broom.
Welcome to the Wizarding World.
I don't know what this does. I mean, is it an idea? I don't know.
So in this intercession, you get to join a house of magic to learn all kinds of interesting wizardry, and if you're a Harry Potter fan, you will absolutely adore it.
I can't follow that up, I'm sorry. But what we can do is play with some molten glass on day one. We're gonna do some glass blowing. Muse seems like a popular destination, so we're gonna go to Muse in Manchester. And then we're also gonna go to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. And Madame and I are putting it on, and it's gonna be 300. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Miss Button. Mr. Whipple and Miss Thomas will also be joining me to do New Hampshire Flora and Fauna. It's basically 3 days of hikes. They're pretty easy, moderate hikes, so you don't have to be like an avid hiker to be able to participate. We'll learn some stuff about the Leave No Trace initiative and Hike Safe New Hampshire. We might have an opportunity to do some trail maintenance. And we'll also be painting New Hampshire landscapes at the Place Art Studio. These are pictures from last year. Cool, join us.
Because we can't get enough witches.
Greetings. So as that's how that works. So as our 3 days say, this is Season of the Witch. So the first day we're going to be talking to some Wiccans. We're going to looking into the research of where witches came from. The second and third day we'll be down in Salem, Mass.
And unlike in the past, one of the days we're going to go at night. A lot of the really cool things do not open until the witching hour, 5, 6 o'clock at night. So we will be down there for one evening, so you'll be coming back late. Then the other time we'll be going during the day.
That's it. That's it.
All right, now we do have a variety of overnight trips that we offer. Please remember, though, that they are limited numbers, folks. Hello. Shh. Please remember to have respect when people come up to the microphone. It's okay to talk, kind of in between, but when somebody gets up here, you need to be nice and quiet, okay? All right, we do have some overnight trips. Remember, though, when the form asks you for a bunch of different options, the reason why is that a lot of times people sign up for the trips and they get filled up. And if you sign up only for trips and they're all filled up, then we don't know where to put you. So we have a lot of options there. So please make sure you keep that in mind and don't just sign up for all overnight trips, because you may not get all of those, okay? So make sure you provide some variety in your choices, okay? We do have some ELOs. I don't know if they need to come up because these are already booked. These are done through classes. You get credit for these. But these will occur again in the future, and so be looking for information about next year's ELOs, okay? So to start with our overnights, we go to Adventures in Maine.
Okay, so I've been doing this trip for many years, and we have had lots of different adventures. The first thing we do, day one, is we do a fair amount of driving on this trip, but that's okay because the adventures that await are worthwhile. I'm Miss Knowles, and I'll let Mr. Calder and Mrs. Patterson have joined me the last 2 years, so this is year 3 for them. So believe it or not, people do come back and do this. Day one is paintball. You can kind of see by the pictures, you do have to kind of approach this with an open mind in terms of what the weather might be. We had some snow last year. We've had rain. We've had 75-degree weather and sun. So I've really seen it all. You just kind of have to come with an open mind and you'll have fun. So day one is paintball. And then day 2 is the rafting, which tends to be the highlight. Again, we go regardless of weather, and it's been 30 degrees and snowing, and it's been 70 degrees and sunny. So we don't know what we're gonna get in April in Maine. So regardless, whether it's the big snowbank that you're standing on before you head down the river, there's a lot of excitement and fun that goes with it. And we have a little video. Okay, that was us. That wasn't stock video. That was us. Here's us again. Right? So, it's the Kennebec River. It's in the Forks, Maine. The people that host us are wonderful. And then after rafting, we head off to Portland. We stay overnight there for one night, and we do some climbing at Monkey Trunks in Saco. So the cost of the trip, yes, it is $400. It does include every single thing that you need. Every meal that you eat, every activity that you participate in, you can bring $0, and your money that you have paid covers the cost of the trip. Do you guys want to say anything?
It's really fun. You should come.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Hello, children. All right, so we're going to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame. We're going to go to a wax museum and see a bunch of baseball player likenesses. We're going to go to the Cooperstown Bat Company and learn how they actually manufacture wooden bats. Okay, but kind of the interesting part of this is that we're going to take the varsity baseball team, and they're going to play a scheduled game at Doubleday Field against a team from New York. So we're looking for some fans. So we need some non-baseball players to sign up, people that are interested in the game of baseball, interested in seeing some of those things, and going to support some of your peers as they play a night game at Doubleday Field. So if you're interested in doing that, great trip, a lot of fun. Somewhere between $300 and $400. We're still working out the buses and stuff like that, but we're going to go in a coach bus. Plenty of stuff to do while we're down there. So looking for some good fans to sign up. So see you then.
All right. Hi, everyone. We, Ms. Lavaz and Ms. Mullins and Ms. Cook, are headed to see Les Mis in Boston. So if you like, I already have the group tickets reserved. So we do have a limited number of spaces that you can go, the kids that can go, because we're going to be going backstage at the theater. Day one, we're going to start here at BHS, get a little background, get a little history behind Les Mis and why we're even going. It is my absolute favorite musical of all time, in case anybody didn't know that. The second day, we're going to head into Boston. They're going to get us backstage. We'll see the costumes at the theater. And then that night, we have a performance of Les Mis that we get to go see. And yes, we have good seats. And then we're going to stay that night in Boston. And the next day, we're going to get up, have some breakfast at the hotel, and head home. So we're hoping to see you all there. Yeah, yay. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Shh. So myself, Miss Bean, and Martha Ray, we're going to DC. It is a little pricey, but it'll be a lot of fun. We got a short little video.
Welcome to Washington, come one and all. Welcome to the District of Columbia. Welcome to Washington, D.C. This is the place where dreams come true. Yes, the capital of the United States. We'll enter the heart of our nation. We'll see where our bills become law. We'll visit the site of the White House and monuments that bring awe. Well, the national capital is not in any state. No favorites are made, no state can overtake. Located on the banks where the Potomac River flows. Between Maryland and Virginia, Congress chose to be the spot for the country's headquarters. President Washington mapped out the borders, formed the new district. It was 1790. 68 square miles, you can say it's tiny. It's one of the most important places on the whole earth. America's 3 government branches on the same turf. A sure way to go when you arrive inside the Capitol. Take the metro to Pennsylvania Avenue, the home of the president, the most famous resident. The White House, number 1600, it's elegant. Walking around inside it in a room called the East, you might hear a speech by the commander-in-chief. Welcome to Washington, D.C. This is the place where dreams come true. Yes, the capital of the United States.
Originally, our nation's capital was usually called Federal City. George Washington had a lot of modesty. He never referred to it as Washington, D.C. D.C. means District of Columbia.
I know. It was really good. It was really entertaining. All right, so the first day, leave at 6 a.m., and there's a nice little dinner cruise that we'll do. Day 2, go to a few museums and a nice big escape room, so that'll be a good time. And then Friday, we have a nice bicycle tour of the National Cemetery and some of the monuments, and then we will arrive back at BHS around 11:30. So sign up. It'll be a lot of fun.
And that's all we have. So please remember, the 19th. Remember the 19th, that's when they're due, so get them in as soon as you can. Okay, and if you have any questions, come on see me in the library.
Thanks everyone for tuning into our live stream of the Bow High School Intersession presentation for 2019. We got a lot of cool activities this year. Right here we have our day activities, so our free activities. That includes our free activities. BHS Moneyball, Coastal Cleanup, Drop in Sports are our free activities. And under $50, we have Duct Tape Dojo, Mischief Manch, which is the Harry Potter one, NH Fauna and Flora, Season of a Witch, and then we also have our $50 to $300 activities located on the screen on the left and right side. Right here we have our overnight trips. Les Miserables in Boston, that's $150 to $300, and then for $300 to $400 we have Adventures in Maine, Cruise Town Connection, and then our most expensive overnight trip is in Washington, D.C. And on the right we have our extended learning opportunities, which students have signed up for in advance. So again, thank you for tuning into our broadcast today. And this video will be public on YouTube this afternoon.